Hey everybody, it's been a hot minute since I've been on and there is some really good reasons for that. I think they're really good reasons, but I will get to those in another video because today I wanted to do a pregnancy update. So I am actually 19 weeks pregnant and I know I haven't been great about getting on and doing like pregnancy updates or anything like that. And that's part of why I feel like it's been a while since I've been on with my pregnancy and then just all sorts of things happening in life. If you can't tell, I'm not in a familiar room, which is because we just moved. We closed on our old house last week and we moved into our new house 3 weeks ago. So we've been in the process of moving. And I think I said in an update video maybe a few months ago that like our life was going to become black and white, like it was going to become like unrecognizable, and it's not even done yet, guys. Like we have so many things that are changing in our life, and moving is just one thing, and then of course having a baby, there's just so many things that are going to be just taking a turn, and just our life is going to become, I feel, really unrecognizable. Anyways, about the house, we will go into that later and I will give you guys an update on that, and I will do a house tour for you guys when we're settled so you guys can see the entire house. I'll do an update and show you guys everything and see everything that's ready to be shown and kind of explain more about kind of why we moved and what happened and yeah, our choice on that. But like I said, I am here to do a pregnancy update. I am 19 weeks pregnant. I'm gonna do a quick belly shot for you guys so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so this is 19 weeks for me. It's kind of hard to tell, especially because like the background kind of blends in with it. So this is my belly. It's hard to tell in this like really flowy dress, but that is 19 weeks. This is my fourth baby, so I feel like I'm definitely bigger this time around. But again, it's my fourth. I feel like I was doing so good the first like 8 weeks of my pregnancy. I could hardly tell that I was pregnant. I was like questioning if I even was pregnant because I felt like I wasn't pregnant. And then we went on vacation and I started getting massive, crazy cravings. And then we got home from vacation, literally the last day of vacation, I started throwing up. And then I was throwing up like all the time. Ask my husband. I was throwing up all the time and I just felt horrible. Like this has been the worst pregnancy I've ever had. And if you don't know, I have been pregnant 4 times. The first baby was a stillbirth and we had him at 23 weeks. And then Zach, Asher, and this baby. This has by far been the worst pregnancy I have ever had. And on top of that, I have complications. And I knew about these complications since I was pregnant with Zach. And that's kind of why we were hesitant to have another child, just because I have a lot of complications. I have something called incompetent cervix, although the doctors say they don't like to call it that anymore because it doesn't sound very nice calling my cervix incompetent, but it is. It's incompetent. I have an incompetent cervix. I had to have a cerclage placed at 14 weeks. And a cerclage is where they go in and they put you under and you have a surgery and they basically just stitch your cervix closed. I have a lot of problems with preterm labor, and that's how we lost our first baby. And with Zachary, we didn't know I had incompetent cervix, so I was on bed rest for basically from like 18 weeks until 35 weeks when they said it was safe for me to go into labor. So I was on bed rest with Zachary, and then with Asher I had the cerclage, and with this baby I've had the cerclage now, and so far it's working. I'm only 19 weeks. I'm hoping and praying that it will do its job and have no complications. So that's been kind of, you know, another thing added in the mix of everything going on. I've been feeling horrible, but like I said, I've started to feel better the last couple weeks, so I'm really hoping to get on more and do a few more videos, or try to do maybe once a week or once every couple weeks and keep you updated about my pregnancy. I have had crazy cravings. I have been exhausted, and I have been just trying to take it really easy, especially because I have the cerclage and I shouldn't be putting a lot of pressure on, like I shouldn't be, I don't know, I feel like I should take it easy because I don't want like anything to go wrong, and like the pressure and the weight of the baby already like is what caused me to go into labor before. So if I have any pains, I just like start freaking out and I'm like, oh my gosh, is like my cerclage not working? And I actually had pains yesterday and called the doctor and asked them, you know, do I need to come in? Is this normal? And they said, if it goes away, it's fine. And so I waited and it went away, and today I feel better. And I don't know, I just kind of overreact, I think, because I already have so many issues. On top of that, I found out I have something called placenta previa. And I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it freaks me out. It's where, I mean, I know what it is, but I'm not 100% sure like on everything like involved with it. So what it is the placenta is too close to my cervix. I already have cervix problems, and now we throw on placenta previa. My placenta, or the baby placenta or whatever, is too close to the cervix, which is bad because I don't know why it's bad, but if it doesn't like correct itself by 28 weeks, the doctor basically said it's not going to correct itself and to plan for a C-section. And apparently like there can be a lot of blood loss involved. So I'm just praying that everything, you know, progresses how it should, and that that resolves itself. And she said that usually it does, but again, like just knowing that that's a problem right now on top of all my other issues, and just being so anxious just in general about being pregnant because of my issues and because of our loss, it makes it really hard to just sit down and be like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem, it'll resolve itself. It kind of makes me go like, well, what if it doesn't? Like, I've already had all these issues, like anything could go wrong. Like, I'm aware of that, like anything could go wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's one thing that I've been praying about and hoping that it will resolve itself. And hopefully we'll find out if it's made any changes tomorrow. I have my 20-week ultrasound, and again, I'm only 19 weeks. I'll be 20 weeks on Sunday, and today is Tuesday. So Wednesday, tomorrow, I have my 20-week like anatomy scan. So even though I'm not 20 weeks, they're doing it then because they want me to see the high-risk doctor, and the high-risk doctor is only in tomorrow. Otherwise I have to wait 3 more weeks. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and do that. We do know what we're having, if it's a boy or if it's a girl, but I'm not going to share that quite yet. We are actually going to be posting a gender reveal video here soon. So just keep your eye out for that, because that will be coming up shortly. But yeah, it's been an interesting pregnancy. It's been not a lot of fun. And I told my husband, if I ever tell you I want more children, please remind me of how horribly sick and awful and miserable this pregnancy has had. And that should be enough to talk me out of it. But then again, I've had 4 children now. So maybe I'm just crazy. I think that we get pregnant, feel like crap, go through the entire pregnancy and saying we are never doing this again. And then guess what? I mean, it happened 4 times now I've been pregnant. So I mean, like I said, none of my pregnancies have been this bad, but I'm just saying, you say that and then you have your cute little baby and you're like, oh, I could have a million more of these little things. And then, you know, you go get pregnant and then you ask why you did that. So I'm not saying it's our last, but I am saying it's our last. But like I said, there's really no saying. Who knows? Hard to say. But yeah, that's kind of an update on my pregnancy and where we've been. I will keep you posted about my placenta previa and about the workings of my cerclage. I'm still considered high risk, but hopefully at 24 weeks they can lift that high risk off a little bit. I've been going to the doctor every 2 weeks to have ultrasounds to check my cervix. But I'm hoping at 24 weeks they will lift the high risk status off and that it'll just be smooth sailing until the finish line. But I always go into preterm labor, like even like I've only carried, like Asher I carried the furthest and he was only 38 weeks. So smooth sailing up to at least 38 weeks is my hope, to at least make it that far. I'm okay not making it to 40 weeks. That sounds horrible, but like I don't want to make it to 40 weeks. I'm actually scared to make it to 40 weeks of pregnancy because my babies have always been nice and small. Zachary was 6 pounds, Asher was 6 pounds, and Gabriel, my first child, was 1 pound. You know, so like I didn't have any, like a lot of tears or tons and tons of issues, and it just wasn't super hard to get them out of my body. But it kind of scares me that maybe if I go to 40 weeks, I might have bigger babies, and I don't know. I'm not sure if it would make a huge difference, or maybe I'm just naturally inclined to have small babies, which would be wonderful because then I'll take that 40 weeks and extra prep time to get ready for the baby, and I will go 40 weeks and then have my baby. That would be fine with me. I just don't want a big baby because that scares me a little bit. So that is an update on my pregnancy. Like I said, we will be posting the gender reveal here shortly. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.